This is KGW News at 5.
Begin tonight with some good news and not so good news for travelers. First, the good news. I-84 through the gorge has reopened. This is a live look at the scene. The interstate was closed from Troutdale to Hood River and in eastern Oregon from about Pendleton to the Idaho border. As we reported, crews have been working the past couple of days to clear the roads, but you'll still have to be careful driving out there, so head on over to tripcheck.com for the latest updates on road conditions. And maybe not such good news of PDX cancellations continue tonight. Alma McCarty will be out there live with the latest in 2 minutes. She talked to travelers trying to rebook their flights, hoping to make it back home for Christmas. But first, let's check in on those cold temperatures and bring in Daisy Caballero, who's joining us from the Weather Center. Now, Daisy, what can we expect today?
Well, Christelle, happy Christmas Eve and happy Christmas Eve to all of our viewers. We are still actually seeing more of that rain passing through our region. But as I'm looking a little bit closer to home, yes, like you just said, I-84 is now officially open, but there is potential for them to still see more of that rain and actually more specifically more of that freezing rain because they're still dealing with below freezing temperatures. So the National Weather Service has actually made the effort into announcing a winter storm warning, and this is in effect right now and will last all the way until right around 10 o'clock tonight. Could potentially be lasting or extended a little bit more. We'll just have to wait and see. And again, because they're potentially seeing freezing rain and ice up to right around half of an inch. So a lot more in store for them if you're passing along the gorge. Again, please be very, very vigilant. Looking at those wind gusts, they're also seeing gusty conditions upwards from 30 to 40 mile-per-hour winds. Here in the Portland metro area, we're holding 34 degrees. Again, officially seeing above freezing temperatures. If you've been outdoors, you most likely have actually kind of felt that too. But take a look at this. Looking at the coast and looking at the valley, we're seeing right around 20-degree difference. And that's a lot. So we'll talk more about why that's happening in my full forecast. But looking at your 3-day forecast at a glance, we're expecting for our Christmas to be maybe some light showers passing through cloudy conditions, but come Monday into Tuesday, more rain is on the way, but we'll be a little bit more on the warmer side. We'll talk more about that, Christelle.
Warmer sounds good. Thanks, Daisy. All right, now to another day of travel woes at Portland International Airport. Alaska Airlines reporting the highest number of issues due to freezing rain. All of its mainline flights out of PDX are canceled through midnight, with more regional flights expected to be delayed. Now let's go live to Alma McCarty, who's been at the airport all day and spoke with travelers. Alma?
Well, Christelle, standing in line for hours to rebook a flight isn't something anybody wants to do on Christmas Eve, but I spoke with a lot of travelers out here today who are making the most of a bad situation. On Portland roads Saturday, conditions began to change. Ice and snow turned to slush. Rain replaced freezing rain and sleet.
It's a mess, yo.
Although the travel situation improved for drivers, those relying on airplanes didn't have quite the same luck.
It's craziness. It's like it's kind of like those Hallmark movies where you can't get home for Christmas. This is exactly it.
Oh, this line's crazy. I've never seen this big of a line before.
Travelers spent hours in line, not to go through security, but to rebook their canceled flights. Kasner from McMinnville had 3 flights canceled since Thursday.
So they're flying out Christmas morning at 7 o'clock. I'm saying, baby, I don't care about anything else. This is my Christmas present to my wife. Sitting at the hotel, sitting at the airport, waiting to see her grandbaby. That's all.
Maria Brown, trying to get home to San Diego, said she plans to spend another night or 2 in a hotel.
We all jumped off and we all had to get in line again. And now we can't fly out till Monday, the day after Christmas. So we're stuck in the airport. So I'm in this line for Alaska because American couldn't take us anymore in this line for Alaska, and it's 4 hours long.
Sean and Jordan Capers, heading to Seattle, attempted to get a new same-day flight.
This is our first time. The crazy rebooking starts now.
All these delays and cancellations could be quite upsetting on Christmas Eve, but many navigated the chaos as best they could, taking it in stride.
I think that's what you have to do with holiday travel. But I will say, trains may be a good option.
I'm a people person. It's like, I get grumpy, but I keep it on the inside. That's all.
I mean, worse things have happened. So we're alive and warmed.
We're one part of the many, many things happening here, but today is a happy day for us.
Chris, Kyra, and Patrice, perhaps the happiest group at PDX, met just 2 days ago.
We meet in the airport. We find out all our flights are canceled. We start talking Southwest, yes, and we start talking and decide, well, we just need to get a hotel. What are we going to do?
Yeah,
we're too old to sleep on the floor.
She wanted to drive home, but she lives in Salem, and so we're like, no, you come with us.
Total strangers, now lifelong friends after booking an Airbnb close to the airport.
Yes, we had electricity and we were warm. We eventually got food, so we consider ourselves blessed for that. You know, very much so.
Now, I can't speak for everybody, certainly, but I'm told that those three will make it in time to spend Christmas with their families, which is a wonderful thing, of course. Now, a spokesperson with PDX told us that they are continuing to de-ice the airfield and the runways as the conditions continue to warm, and they're encouraging everyone to check with your airlines ahead of your flight and make sure you get to the airport at least 2 hours ahead of time. Christelle?
Thanks, Alma. Way to look on the bright side. And today, more flights made it out of Seattle-Tacoma Airport. This a day after close to 700 flights were canceled due to the storm. Even with operations reopening, nearly 190 flights were not able to leave and more than 200 were delayed, snarling people's travel plans.
We're not getting answers. It's 8 hours on the phone, holds, and the lines here, you can see the lines. So
flew out of Anchorage at 7 on Thursday. I got here at midnight, and then my flight was canceled yesterday at 11, and then I was supposed to fly at 9:40 this morning to Houston, and they don't have my ticket confirmed.
Friday, SeaTac ran limited operations with only one runway open after a full ground stop the day before. And the morning, severe winter weather shelters in Multnomah County closed. That's because temperatures will not reach the severe weather thresholds. Friday, more than 1,000 people found warmth at the Oregon Convention Center, the Portsmouth Union, and Arbor Lodge shelters. Outreach workers say they'll continue to give extra winter gear to people in need and connect them with overflow shelter beds. They advise anyone who's looking for shelter to call 211. And just a reminder, if your power goes out, there are some ways to try to keep your home as warm as possible. The National Weather Service says, first, close off rooms to avoid wasting heat. Then, close your blinds and curtains to lock in some of that heat that is left. Stuff towels or rags in cracks under doors and put on layers of loose-fitting clothing, light, warm clothes. Eat and drink to give your body enough energy to stay warm, but try to avoid alcohol and caffeine. A reminder never to use gas ovens or stoves to heat your home. That can lead to carbon monoxide poisoning.